towns that were already established, like Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge, and Sevierville. Why? If you ask around, most Dollywood hosts have tradition or have ties in these families that go back well over 200 years. And I see some of you folks here on that back car looking up at that big cabin there on the mountain on the left. Well, that cabin's called the It's Got It All. It's 4 levels, it has a hot tub on every single floor, and it has its own elevator. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it sleeps over 24 people. Now, as we begin our descent back into town, if you look to the left of the train, you'll notice that green roller coaster there. That's the Fire Chaser Express. When it opened in 2014, it was North America's first family-friendly door-launching roller coaster. It's going to shoot you up forwards and backwards. It has a top speed of 35.5 miles an hour and a minimum height requirement of 39 inches. There's no steep drops, just some quick moving turns, so that makes it a great family coaster. And that big blue roller coaster you see there, why, that is the Wild Eagle. When it opened in 2012, it was North America's first winged roller coaster. Riders sit to the left side or the right side of the track with nothing above you or below you, giving you the illusion that you truly are soaring on the wings of an eagle. Well, it's going to take you up over 25 stories above the mountains and then drop you into a 110-foot loop. Now, by a show of hands, how many folks have ridden on the Wild Eagle? Oh, I don't see that many. Well, how many of y'all's a big old chicken and ain't getting anywhere near that thing? Whoop, and there they go. The feathers are flying. Good news, folks. You can stop by the Wild Eagle gift shop, purchase yourself a bright yellow t-shirt, and on the front it says, "I'm a chicken," and wear it with pride. Now, this big green tower, if you look off to the left that you see towards the back of the train, it looks like it's almost to the top now. Folks, that's the drop line. It'll take you up over 200 feet above the Smokies for an uninterrupted view. And then it will drop you back down to the foothills of the Smokies at 73 miles an hour. Oh, look, there they go! Don't worry though, folks, that drop only lasts about 3.2 seconds. So in the words of conductor Ramona, go to the bathroom before you get on that one.
You will. Take the last train, the clock's going out, meet you at the station. You can be there by 4:30 'cause I'm making it.
Now folks, Dollywood has been around for more than 35 years now. By a show of hands, how many of you folks have been coming to Dollywood for many years? Alright, so you guys know. Those of you that don't, if you look off to the left of the engine now, you will see a field. About 3 years ago, that field was a 100-foot deep ravine. Now, they don't have any active plans on what's going on, but we're looking to the future. Hey, folks, look up to the engine and wave to our fireman DJ. Oh, he ain't giving a big wave right now. His arms are probably tired, because he hand shovels all the coal into the firebox that it takes to pull this locomotive up the mountain. Now, Klondike Katie operates the exact same way today that she did in 1943 when she was first built. This means that she's not on a Jenny Craig diet. On an average day, she can eat over 4 tons of coal and drink over 5,000 gallons of water. She pulls anywhere from 4,000 to 6,000 people up this mountain. We love riding behind our World War II era locomotives, and we hope that you guys have enjoyed riding behind them just as much as we do. Now folks, here's an interesting fun fact. This railroad crossing that we're crossing right now is the only electric unmanned railroad crossing in all of Sevier County. The more you know. If you look off to the right-hand side at the back of the train, you'll see a big white tent. And this wooden roller coaster coaster you see here on the left, that's the Thunderhead. When it opened in 2004, she was quickly named the #1 wooden roller coaster in the world. She goes over and under herself 32 times and was the first roller coaster in the world that features a fly-through design. That means that you zoom through your station platform just 8 feet above the guests below. Now folks, you guys have been a very interesting and fun crowd today, so would you like a special behind-the-scenes tour? Alright, if you look to the left side of the train, you'll see some trees that you only see on the Dollywood Express. No, I'm just kidding, folks. If you look to the right side of the train, on the other side of this bank here, you'll see a white van and a series of doors. That is Dollywood's full-service entertainment department, and that is on top of Show Street, the ice cream parlor and candy store. We have a full-service costume shop, technician shop, and that is where all of our heads of entertainment come together to create the shows that you guys have come to know over the years, such as Dreamland Drive-In, Country Crossroads, and everyone's favorite, Christmas in the Smokies. Now we're coming back up on the Owens Farm Crossing, so everybody, make sure you're waving to everybody there. Miss Robin, our conductor, will be on the left side of the train. Those of you on the back, you can practice on these pine trees. They're pining for attention. Or practice your homecoming queen wave, because you never know when you're going to need a homecoming queen wave. Now speaking of homecoming queens, I've got to tell you folks, if you look off to the left, you'll see that restaurant there. That is Miss Lillian's Smokehouse. That is owned by none other than Dollywood's very own homecoming queen, Miss Lillian. Hey, see that lady down there in that bright orange shirt? Those are one of our guest ambassadors. Those folks, along with our house and grounds team. Oh, look, there's another one on the right. Those folks are responsible for keeping those high-touch tanks sanitized and clean. So we are ready to greet you guys and have a wonderful day. The folks on the count of 3, let's give them another great big old southern howdy. Ready? 1, 2, 3, howdy! Hey, there's the Dollywood Hospital on the right-hand side, and just past that is the Dollywood Express washing machine. Or as you guys may know it as the Smoky Mountain River Rampage. Now the hot water heater's busted on it, so it might be a little chilly this morning. Country Fair's coming up on our left-hand side, folks. Home to many, many rides for everyone in the family. And if you're lucky, you might even see Country Fair Floyd. Folks, Country Fair Floyd is famous on the TikToks, the YouTubes, the Facebook. He knows all of those crazy dances that the kids are doing. I tried to do a dance with the Country Fair Floyd. Now folks, you'll know if you see him today because he will be dancing from one spot to the other. Now coming up on the right-hand side is Dollywood's full-service train shop. That's where a highly skilled crew of engineers can completely tear down and rebuild a locomotive from the wheels to the smokestacks. And inside is her older sister. Now folks, our journey is coming to a close. Darn, you don't have to listen to me talk no more. So as we pull back into the depot, a couple of things I need from everybody. Please remain seated even after the train comes to a complete stop. I do have a couple of folks that I do need to give a little bit of a head start, so I thank you in advance for your patience. Go ahead and gather up your personal belongings, those hats, cell phones, cameras, car keys, backpacks. All kids, don't forget the kids. I didn't see any mother-in-laws or husband along the track, so it looks like we had a good run there. Now the biggest favor I have to ask anybody is if you brought a husband on board with you, especially if he's a cranky husband, please be sure you take those back. I got a surplus from 2020 we couldn't give away for free. And if you brought a cranky wife on board, well, I'm here to tell you those don't exist. That's just an old wives' tale. If she's a happy wife, you'll have a happy life. At least that's what they tell me. Now again, folks, for your safety, please remain seated at all times, even after the train comes to a complete stop. I will be the one that lets you know that you are safe to exit. So again, I need everyone to remain seated for me. Please remain seated for me, folks. Please remain seated. Please remain seated for me, everybody. Please remain seated.